Hi everyone, I'm Julia and I'm back today to talk about pain and family. Before we get started, let's review some of the basics about pain science. Pain is a human experience encountered universally throughout the lifetime, and it is an output from the brain. Acute pain is typically a sudden onset and is caused by something specific, and it is characterized by the time frame, usually lasting less than 6 months. Acute pain is also not usually associated with physiological changes. On the other hand, chronic pain is ongoing and persists past 6 months. In this case, remodeling occurs in the brain and spinal cord, and so physiological changes occur to the tissues. So how does acute pain become chronic? There are a lot of factors that can contribute to this transition out of the acute phase, with psychosocial contributions playing a critical role. This can include feelings of anxiety, catastrophizing mindsets, and avoidance behaviors. A contributing factor that is less talked about is the impact of familial dynamics on both the development and perpetuation of persistent pain, although it is well supported in the literature. That being said, let's learn a little bit more about the correlation between persistent pain and the important relationships in our lives. I'm going to start with a common example of a pain experience that I think a lot of people are familiar with, a heart attack. Many people, when experiencing a heart attack, describe pain in their arm rather than in their chest. Why is this? One reason could be that we have something called referred pain patterns. So that means that when you have an injury in one area of your body, you actually feel that pain somewhere else. This is a result of the fact that the nerves in your body are actually part of a huge connected network. But another reason could be that if you've never experienced a heart attack before, your brain doesn't actually have the context to base this new experience off of. So our pain experience is based on whatever our brain figures out, and that might not actually be consistent with the injury itself. Like Erin and I discussed in our previous video, context plays a huge role in our pain experiences because pain is just an output of our brains. So how does all of this relate to our personal relationships? Well, our close family and friends can actually play a part in creating context for our brains. So even if you haven't experienced a heart attack, but say your dad did, and he described that pain as the feeling of an elephant sitting on his chest, then if you were to experience a heart attack, you might also have that same feeling of an elephant sitting on your chest. Your dad's experience becomes your context and subsequently becomes your own pain experience. So from that, we can gather that our family's experiences with pain and relationships to pain can actually form our own relationships simply from that context, without experience even being necessary. Now let's put this in the context of persistent pain. Studies have shown that children with persistent pain are more likely to have parents with persistent pain, and that parents with chronic pain report increased pain sensitivity in their children. Going along with that, research has shown relationships between child fibromyalgia and multiple chronic pain conditions in parents, as well as a correlation between child-parent headache and migraine experiences. So why is this important? A study by Woods et al. In 2019 reports that individuals with poor quality family relationships are actually at risk of developing persistent pain. Conversely, supportive relationships are associated with a decreased risk in developing persistent pain. So, personal and family relationships can be a really important factor to consider. If you or anyone you know is experiencing persistent pain, this could be a contributing source. Understanding that source and working through it can be a starting point to intervene and treat persistent pain symptoms and experiences. To learn more, click on the links below for the full articles used to support the information in this video. Thanks for watching!